The first time I saw Li Brocade was probably very early. Someone gave me a piece of Li Brocade maybe in 2006, I think. I just thought it was beautiful. I still have it in my house. So I was making those necklaces, and I've also added some magnets, refrigerator magnets, and some keychains. Patterns that I love the most are the ones that are inspired by nature. Many of the Li patterns come from nature, and they show animals or natural scenes from Hainan. After I learn the story and I know what it means, what it represents, it seems to really shine. It seems to really come to life. And so that's one thing that I hope more people will learn about the stories and the history and the culture, so that the patterns can come to life for them as well. At the contest in 2020, actually Ali was the one that got me into it. She gave me all of the contest materials and started telling me about what she was doing, and so that's how I started. Your fish and my fish have a lot of similarities because they come from the same original Li Brocade pattern, but then we've gone in different directions, which I think is just cool. Like, we have our own different ways of making the art come alive.
I think that's the beauty of art, right? You take one thing and then everybody can take it in a different direction. So I first learned about the Li Brocade back in 2020. The government offered a competition in order to bring artists from all over the world together and figure out a way to continue the Li people art. The competition introduced all of the Li symbols to us. They gave us like a handy book with a lot of the symbols in there, which is where I first experienced and learned about most of these. It gave a picture of the symbol, and then it gave the meaning and the story behind it. So that's what I started with, and then I would take each symbol and I would create that symbol on my iPad in order to make the rest of my art. And when you make digital prints, a lot of other things can come from that, where I can put them on a coffee mug, I can put them on a bag, I can print them on clothes. I think abstract art, it may not be popular, especially in Hainan at the moment. It's more popular in different cities or other parts of the world. So I thought it would be a whole new take to take something as traditional as the Li symbols and then modernize it. And I think that that's amazing. They make their own brocade and they weave, they make their own clothes, and they're carrying this on year after year after year after year. And I just find it incredible that it still exists. And I find that it's our job to continue this. Even though I'm not from Hainan, I've lived here for 10 years, it's my home, and I find it fascinating. So I just want to carry on their tradition. And then I introduced Inge to Nicki, and then we all just kind of became a team of women who support each other. We gave each other ideas, inspiration.
We actually also have a Chinese artist in the group as well. The idea is that we are all inspired so much by Li Brocade, and so we all want to help each other learn more.
Behind the turtle, but this little bird,
you know, the meaning behind the bird is also quite nice.
What, really?
You know, because that's the gangong bird, it's the love story.
Is that the love bird?
Yeah, the love story. So if we do the bird, we could put like two.
Yes, they
flying together.
Yes. And how I got involved in Li art and brocade work around about 2020. I entered the fashion design part and I entered 3 dresses. I fell in love with all of the different patterns and things, and then that's how I started. There's the one with like the people, and I always love to go for something with people and hearts. But for me, when I see two people together, it means unity and love. For me, I can only look at it as a piece of art. When I see it, it brings up a feeling within me that it means like it's a comfort, but also it's strong and powerful and beautiful. You need to make it fun. You know, like you have to create a need for people to want to buy it. Maybe by getting more young people involved, there will be a need.
I think that it was a wonderful way to move forward with this because it brought a bunch of people together with different ideas. Somebody who's a foreigner or somebody who's from the mainland, and bring them down to Hainan.
So I hope that in the future more and more Chinese people as well as people from different countries can really cherish these traditional arts and continue to develop them into modern products as well as keeping the traditional arts alive.